We serve it off with the B-class final where Paul Griffith facing the screen took on Ricardo Grisette. And it was Griffith who took first dibs on the encounter. They shot nicely placed, even got time to strike a pose. And while Griffith appeared the more agile of the two, we all know that road tennis is about placement. And Grisette returned nice and easy before going in for the kill. The effective backhand play, and Griffith had no answer. But it was Griffith who would take the first set at 21-15. Grisette goes for it, but it's out. First dibs to a confident Griffith. Grisette started the second game with blood in his eyes, trying to turn the tables and in full business mode. This was too hot for Griffith. He was fully engaged now and the shots were coming left, right and center. Nicely driven down the line. But the man they called Big Paul was not about to relinquish the edge. That was a nice ace. And here's how he took the second. Again with a soft touch, Griffith in command, taking game 2 at 21-18. But just when we thought we had an easy walk in the park for Griffith, this happened in the third game. It was 19-15 to Griffith at this point, and he celebrates as it goes to match point. But watch Grisette claw back at the 9th hour, starting with this sweet drive. He claimed 5 straight points, firing at all cylinders, and soon it was juice, and the spectators loved it. But after a strong back and forth, this error sealed the deal for Ricardo Griffith. Final game taken at 23-21, the B-class champion taking home an $800 prize. And to the big one, the A-class final, Jason Pipey Parris facing the screen, defending his title against Deontay Lager Chapman. And from the early exchanges, there was no doubt Parris had a fight to keep his title. Chapman down the line. Chapman had Parris under pressure, and if that errors came to his advantage. He flipped the script at times. This time it was Chapman who could not get the return right. But the first game belonged to the youngster, and he finished it off with true class, winning at 21-12. But this awoke on the line in Paris and the fight back began, but Chapman was not making it easy, with a response for every return, until the drop shot was out of reach and Paris was now the one in command. This was played like a final should be at times to spectators on the edge of their seats. Both players laying it all on the line. Just look at this rally where whether the front of the court or the back, it was shot for shot before Chapman makes the mistake, and with that Paris was at game point. Paris serves and Chapman picks it up, but again a mistake, and things are leveled a game apiece as Paris takes the second 21-17. So the third set was crucial and neither player was easing up, ensuring that the ball was kept in play. And then Paris goes to the left and it tips in. Very next play, Chapman would get revenge. Shot! Nicely executed. Fast forward to the final stages, 19-17 to Paris, and with the ball out of court, Paris is now 1 point away from taking the third game. A little too eager, he sends this return out of court, so it's 20-18. 1 more point to go ahead. Chapman serves, Paris responds, but then on the second return, Chapman just goes too strong, and Paris celebrates, taking the third game at 21-18. 1 more game and the title is his yet again, but Chapman reminded him that it would not be handed to him on a platter. That was a lethal shot. But after a hard-fought match, these were the 2 points that made Paris $1,500 richer. A long rally as Chapman wanted no mistakes, but alas, it came. And Paris, a.k.a. Pipey, can smell the victory. An indication of the entire game, where kudos must be given to Chapman for the fight he put up. The final point was gained off a long rally. Paris going low, Chapman aiming for precision, but then he goes into the net. Ricardo Pipey Parris, for another year, is the A-class champion of the Kirk Humphrey St. Michael South Christmas Road Tennis Competition.